Well, hello. Are you wrapped up in the Uber numbers? Is your Uber business going sideways? Are you into the details of your Uber business? All right, let's talk about something now. I'm chuckling. I'm really laughing this morning. This has been a fun one this morning. I've been answering some comments, and I got a comment here that really, I've already answered the comment. I'm going to read portions of this comment to you. It's about the Uber business, all right, and how I look at it and how I try to explain it in videos to people and the things that I do to make my business work, all right? And I've been doing this a long time if you don't know. But anyway, I'm going to read this little comment, this large comment that I got, but I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to hit the highlights of what was said. And it's because someone apparently has gone back and looked at quite a few of my videos because they're quoting me, apparently, it says, on some of the things I've said about doing an Uber business. All right. And I try to explain, I'm going to try to explain after I read this, how I look at my Uber business and how I treat my Uber business and why I don't get wrapped up in this stuff here. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. Mic check, mic check. All right, here we go. I wanted to make sure the mic was on. It happens. All right, here's the comment. You keep telling drivers to treat Uber like a business. And I do. That's the way I treat it. I look at my Uber rental as a business, kind of. I'm going to smirk a little bit with that one. All right, but that's completely at odds. Continuing. That's completely at odds what you have said in several of your other videos. You repeatedly say things like, "This is my business." Treat your Uber as your business. They're quoting me now, apparently, here, okay? You're just like the store down the road. And you are, all right? The way I explained it, you're kind of just like the store down the road, all right? So anyway, here we go. I actually agree with that. Customer service, cleanliness, music, and create a good experience absolutely helps earn better ratings and tips. But here's where your message falls apart. Ooh, Daddy-O's in trouble. Here we go. Let's read this bottom part here. In other videos, you repeatedly told drivers to ignore the financial side of the business. Nah, never. Doesn't happen. Didn't happen. All right. Here we go with the quotes I apparently have made. Here we go. Don't get wrapped up in all of that. Only two numbers I care about is how much I made today and how much it cost me to fill my vehicle. I do care about how much I made today, but I really don't care about how much it cost me to fill my vehicle. I don't know about that complete comment, but I'll give you credit for that one. All right. Here we go. I did say something about two before, and I'll explain that here in a second. Go out and make as much damn money as you can. Pretty much. That's the way I look at my daily Uber, is go out and make as much money as you can. And I'll explain that a little bit here. And then the next one is just make money. Those are your words. And if Uber is a business, then the numbers matter more almost anything else, more than anything else. Every real business tracks revenue, expenses, deductions, taxes, insurance, maintenance, and profit. That's literally how you determine whether you're running a successful business. All right, let's get into this a little bit, all right? Let's have some fun with this, all right? Yes, I treat Uber as my business. In here. All right, in here, this is my Uber rental. I treat it as my business. I go out and work every day and make as much money as I can every day. That's the number I care about. I don't care about how much it's cost me at the end of the night to top off my electric rental. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. I don't get wrapped up in numbers. All right. Uber is not, if I didn't have a rental, if I did not have a rental every day, I would get up and I would go out and run Uber as hard as I can, just as much as I can. I'd make as much money as I can. I do the same thing in the rental. The only thing I make sure I do is treat it as my business. When people get in the car, it's going to smell good. When people sit down in the car, they're going to hear the right kind of music. It's clean, and I'm damn sure talking to them. That's my business. Don't make it difficult, all right? Uber's not hard. So many people try to make it difficult. They try to keep track of this, try to track that, track of that. Only thing I got to worry about is each week making my weekly payment. I don't worry about that. A lot of people that comment on here, they're doing the same damn thing I'm doing. They're usually paying their rental fee. If they're in a good market, it does matter. You can make your rental fee in a day and a half. That's it. Day and a half. I've done it in a day. So it's not hard because I'm in a good market. Let's get into that again. But the only business and numbers that I care about is how much I made today. That's my number. That's the only number I give rat's ass about, is how much money did I make today. I know at the end of the night it's going to cost me $20 or less to go top this thing off. If I really run it down, which I do from time to time, it may cost me $25, $26 to top it off. All right. And I'm set for the next day. I don't worry about that. That's penny ante stuff to me. All right. I know people out there, and I'm only explaining it. And the reason I'm explaining it this way today is because of comments like this. It's the business part that gets someone's crawl going, gets them kind of on the edge of their seats when you say, oh, treat it as your business, and then you're not paying attention to a lot of things that you would normally pay attention to. And there are things you want to pay attention. Keep your receipts. Pay attention to that. I do a monthly car wash. I get a digital receipt of that. All right. You keep track of what your expenses are for the tax man at the end of the year. All right, to do your taxes with, and what it's cost you to operate your business, But the only business I care about on a daily basis is this vehicle. All right, and what happens when people get in. As soon as I pull up to pick up someone, it's time for business. That's my business. All right, how much money am I going to make on that ride? That's the only thing I care about. I don't care about anything else because I'm in a rental. I don't have to worry about the mileage. I don't have to worry about all the other stuff that comes along with a personal car. And I'm trying not to go down that road in this video, but I don't worry about a whole bunch of other stuff that you have to worry about because I'm in a rental. All right. And because I'm in an electrical right now, I don't worry about gas. I'm not playing. The only reason I pull up at a gas station anymore is to park in the shade underneath the canopy while I go in and get something to drink. That's my gas station visits. I don't worry about that. I go out at the end of the night, I top off my vehicle, I'm set for the next day. Business, don't make Uber hard. Damn, man. Just don't worry about, you don't have to worry about some things. I am a rental. I'm trying my hardest not to go off on that tangent right now because it would be easy to try to explain to you in detail why the rental works for me. I've got videos on here explaining that. All right. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go watch some of the other videos. But that's my business. I only care about how much money I make a day. I don't worry about paying my fee. That's going to get paid. But how much money do I make today? And the business is just like I've explained before over here. People walk in the store. Well, you're the person that opens up Walgreens over here in the mornings. You walk in the store. You're the manager. You walk in the store. You make sure the trash is emptied. You make sure the floors are swept. You make sure there's no lingering bad odors in the doorway when people are going to walk in. You make sure the lights are on. You make sure that's what I do here. I make sure that my car in the morning is smelling good. My car is clean in the morning. I got the right kind of jam playing on the radio, and I talk my ass off. That's how I treat my business. Those 4 things, those 4 pillars, is the cornerstone of how you make Uber, how I make Uber work for me and my business. The numbers take care of themselves. Just make money. Go out and make as much, and I'm gonna get flack. I can guarantee you. Check back in a day or so on this video here. You're gonna see some flack on this one, okay? I don't care about all the other stuff. It does not matter to me. It's I don't want to make Uber hard. All right. I just want to make it easy, and the easiest way I've learned to do it is by doing those 4 things. And there's videos on here explaining why I do it. That's my business. It's not all the other stuff. I don't worry about it. Well, there's no reason for it. Just experience talking here, guys. Daddy O out for the day. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening. All right. Bye.